Hey guys, welcome back to Theme Park Theories, and for today's video we're going to stray away from Disney and Universal, and we're going to talk about the Six Flags theme parks today, specifically one of the Six Flags theme parks, which I believe to be the best Six Flags theme park, which is Fiesta Texas over in San Antonio. Now, this specific Six Flags park has been sort of nominated as the best, or what I call the magnum opus of the Six Flags parks, here pretty recently in the past few years or so. And in today's video, I'm going to go into the specific topics onto why I think that is so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into our first topic on why Six Flags Fiesta Texas is Six Flags magnum opus theme park. So my first reason on why I think Six Flags Fiesta Texas is the best Six Flags theme park is because it just gets so many good attractions in such a short amount of time. Now, most of us in the theme park community really enjoy roller coasters, of course, being, the main attraction that brings most of us to theme parks. And we enjoy whenever theme parks do get a good bit of roller coasters throughout the years. And a lot of Six Flags parks, especially, in this past decade, have just been getting a lot of flat rides and maybe a couple roller coasters sprinkled in throughout the years. But Fiesta Texas has been on a non-stop kick on just roller coasters in general, with Wonder Woman, which is just a one-of-a-kind roller coaster, and I haven't been on it myself personally, but from what I've heard, it's a fantastic roller coaster. For Dr. Diabolicals, which again I haven't been on it myself yet, but I plan to soon, along with Wonder Woman, which again is just a very immersive and well-themed attraction, especially for Six Flags, and a one-of-a-kind because it's the tallest and steepest dive coaster, and the brand new Kid Flash Cosmic Coaster, which is a racing coaster and a family coaster, which is kind of different for Six Flags, that is going to be coming maybe later, or like late this year, maybe early next year, or sometime next year maybe. I'm not entirely too sure on the date of that coaster. But Six Flags is just getting or Fiesta Texas is getting so many roller coasters, and that's just such exciting news for, especially like locals of the theme park, which even though I'm not technically like a local of this theme park, it is the closest park to me. So this is just very cool for Fiesta Texas to do this, and it just shows that they are definitely paying attention and, noticing that this park does get a lot of attention and praise, which is why I feel like they're giving it so much stuff. And even though, most of the new attractions, the bigger attractions at least, are roller coasters, they are still getting flat rides. Like, they have like that Villain Swing that opened up a few years back. They have the big Joker Carnival of Chaos, which has an incredible queue line. They have the whole steampunk area that they just added in with the Daredevil Dive, I believe is what it's called. I could get that name wrong. I'm not entirely too sure. But they just have so much rides that are like that they're adding constantly, and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. And speaking of attractions such as the Joker Carnival of Chaos and Dr. Diabolical's, whatever it's called, these attractions that Six Flags Fiesta Texas is getting have incredible theming for a Six Flags theme park, which Six Flags, of course, is known to not have the best theming, just more based on thrills. However, Fiesta Texas is taking theming and thrills and combining them in one. Even though the rides themselves, such as, again, Joker, might not have the best theming on the ride itself, the queue line is definitely probably one of the most immersive things you can find at a Six Flags theme park. And specifically for Joker and Dr. Diabolicals, Joker, of course, you go through this like fun house of different DC villains such as the Joker, Riddler, Harley Quinn, and I want to say Mr. Freeze too, although I could be wrong. But it's just such a really cool experience, and as you can see, this POV of him, or of someone going through the line right now, it's just very different for Six Flags, something that you really wouldn't see in a Six Flags theme park. And I'm super happy that they've gone this route because it really shows that they are starting to care more about the attractions, even though, like I said, the attraction itself might not have the best theming. The queue line, as you're waiting for it, definitely is an immersive experience and just adds to the overall attraction. And of course, there are other attractions at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, such as Poltergeist, which just got a sort of refurbishment, and the theming on that ride is top-notch, almost Disney level in my opinion. It takes a lot of inspiration from the Disney Haunted Mansion, which of course is understandable. It's a spooky-themed attraction, and Haunted Mansion is the sort of baseline for a lot of other haunted house-type rides at theme parks. So I totally understand why they kind of took a lot of inspiration from that, and it looks fantastic. I'm not even going to lie. The outside queue, even though it's a little bit more bland, there's still something sprinkled here and there that make it really cool, but as soon as you step inside that mansion for the ride, you're just totally immersed inside of this haunted house, and I just think it's absolutely an incredible thing for Six Flags Fiesta Texas to do, and a really, really good refurbishment for this kind of rather lackluster ride, or at least it used to be. Even the track itself, even though the ride, like just like Joker, doesn't have much theming to it, the track got a brand new repaint, so it's more of like a greenish color, and at night it actually has lights that go onto it, and it just gives this really, really cool and imposing look, very ghostly looking, and I absolutely dig it. Now, this next topic really isn't, I guess, the main reason why Six Flags Fiesta Texas is probably their best theme park, but it is a reason I want to point out because I don't think any other Six Flags park has this, which is two different RMC attractions. Now, if you don't know, RMC, aka Rocky Mountain Construction, is a beloved roller coaster company manufacturer that basically takes old wooden coasters and revamps them into just amazing attractions. This right here is Wonder Woman, the Golden Lasso coaster at Fiesta Texas. It is a single rail coaster by RMC. I believe it's a Raptor model, and from what I've heard, it's a phenomenal roller coaster and just super smooth. You can even tell in the POVs how smooth it is. I can't really talk about it that much since I haven't been on it personally, but I do definitely plan to someday. This ride, however, that you see right now, which is known as the Iron Rattler, is the second RMC, hybrid RMC, to be made right after the new Texas Giant over in Dallas. So staying in the same state here, Iron Rattler is a phenomenal RMC, especially for it being the second one. The drop on this attraction is probably the best coaster drop I've ever experienced in my life. It's so phenomenal. Like just that one element, I feel like makes this attraction probably the best attraction in the entire theme park. Just everything about this attraction, even though it doesn't have that much theming to it, it doesn't really need it in my opinion because the quarry wall kind of is the theming for this attraction. And speaking of which, just the fact that the quarry wall is built into this attraction and many other rides in this theme park just makes the environment of Fiesta Texas just really, really cool to look at. And that's another topic I want to talk about, is the environment of Fiesta Texas. It's just overall a really cool experience just to even walk through the park and see this giant quarry wall, and it's all natural too. None of it is like, well, some of it's man-made just to get the rides, of course, on it and through it, like Iron Rattler we see here. But the fact that Iron Rattler goes on the quarry wall, and then you'll see in a little bit how it goes through it, it's just such a good way to incorporate it. And I don't know, I feel like they were really smart when using this as kind of like their surroundings of Fiesta Texas, and it really does block out the rest of San Antonio from it, kind of making it almost kind of like have a Disney sort of feel to it, and Universal, where you don't see too much of the outside world, unless of course you're on like a super high ride, because of that quarry wall blocking the entire thing. So I definitely feel like Fiesta Texas, out of all the other Six Flags theme parks, has just some different kind of quality to it that the other Six Flags parks can't really quite match. I don't know if it's just because of the quarry wall or just the theming that some of these attractions have that really make you immersed more than other theme parks, but there's just something about this specific Six Flags park that really, in my opinion, makes it shine out of the rest and just makes it overall the magnum opus of the Six Flags theme parks. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Please tell me down in the comments below, what do you think about Six Flags Fiesta Texas? And tell me if you've been or not, and if so, is it your favorite Six Flags theme park? And would you go again? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next Theme Park Theories video. Bye.